Hey everybody, welcome back to another WARNO video, specifically to part 2 of the preview of the next divisions that you're gonna be able to get access to just very soon, presumably in the coming week, in this week. Yeah, just keep in mind everything is of course subject to change, everything might change, it's early access, you know the drill, hopefully at least. This one actually got rated B as opposed to all the other divisions that got rated A, but that's just, who cares about these ratings, it's just useless anyway at this point, honestly. Anyway, let's take a look at it. We have more or less the same logistics setup, was similar, but we get a BTR60 PK, which I think was new. I mean, at least it says it's only used by this division here. Also, of course, at the moment still uses the same icon, which is wrong. But early access. Infantry tab. Also very similar, but the transports are gonna be different. Of course, this is new, but I'm not sure how good this really is. Doesn't really have a good range either. Interesting part here is, for one, you get MTLBs. Although I admit I haven't taken a look at the updated tanks, the previous divisions, right? The 3rd Armored and the tanks, guard tanks division. So maybe they also got the MTLB, but I don't think so. I haven't heard about it anyway. But for one, you get the MTLB, which is a 10-point transport. It's kind of crazy. Does it have an MG? It has an MG. Yeah, it has a PKT. I mean, it only has one armor either, but still. For one, that BMP1P. Is it actually unchanged? No, I don't think so. Not yet. Motorized, you get a gas and a BTR60 PB. You get BMP 1, 2, and 3. Now, the BMP 3 is interesting. It's kind of similar to Wargame, except it got the Bastion, not the Archon, because the Archon, even in Wargame, was way out of time frame. You got a HE gun, autocannon, and like I said, a Bastion. Not stabilized, which I don't know if that's intended or not. In Wargame, the Archon was stabilized, and the Bastion was also stabilized on some units, at least on a Chinese boat tank. Sub-Harry, IPO, and of course, various transport choices. So in this case, again, I'm still not a fan of infantry commanders. You hear that? When you switch quickly. Anyway, Motorized Regimentals are nice because you can get them actually cheap and multiple cards. Or could you get multiple cards already? I'm not sure. But they're of course very good defensively. While they're only 7 men, Mattis just hits like a truck. And we have Motorized, BTR60PP and gas, and one Motorized also in a BMP and the MTLB, so you can get them pretty cheap. And since you get multiple cards of them, that is really nice. Taking 2 of them on veteran, although I think I'm actually gonna downvet them because I want them as fodder. BMP3 should be nice. I don't think we want on elite because we only can take 1 card of them. And also, actually, let me compare these guys. Fortunately, comparing transports is right now really horrible. But you get 1 armor, get better optics on the BMP3, a better autocannon. Let's just take 2 cards of BMP3, shall we? Alright. Motorized in the BTR60PP sounds nice. Also get 2 cards of those on elite for like early skirmishes. And then a card of Superior RPO. I definitely prefer the RPO over the satchel charges because they just lack range. I think they got a small range buff though. I think they were at 150 before. In the UAC because it's cheap. Artillery. Uragan, even 2 per card. I think the M2... It's interesting, the M270 is 1 per card. The M270 has a slightly bigger caliber, but the Uragan has 16 rockets instead of 12 as well, so... I still have to test this unit, of course. Tank type very similar, but you don't get a T80U or UK. So, yeah, T80B VK, a card of, or 2 cards of tanks V sounds good. BV as your high-end tank, so to speak. BV and a card of B. On the lead, I like that. AP got a fix, by the way. Maybe we're gonna remove a card, we'll see. Recon tab, we got Grenzer. Not too dissimilar to the West German counterpart. At the moment, the transport is only 1 point, which is kind of busted. And the West German Recon squad also got exceptional optics, which, like I said last time, I'm not a fan. So for now, we're gonna take 2 cards of this because it's busted with 1 point. Recon Amite, why not? And 2 cards of veteran, elite BRDM 2s. They're just amazing. Oh, actually, we do get MIHTs, but only for a Svetka heavy, but they got changed and only have like they only have good optics, only these two weapons. I don't think I want them for a hero drop because they can't really help themselves or defend themselves very well. AA is very similar except for the fact that we don't have a Tunguska, but we get a BRDM1, a BRDM2 Strela 1, which here actually has 5 HE and is guided. Again, early access, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be guided. And the Berjusa, which likes its gun icon at the moment, which I have no idea how good this is, but we'll see. So just put this in. What's the range on this actually? Very similar to Wargame, if not exactly the same. Good, but honestly I prefer the Osa because you lose a bit of range, but you gain accuracy and range versus helos, and you're fast. So let's try 2 cards of this. And Iglas are also, of course, kind of busted for Picard, sounds good. Helicopters. Now here you have a lot of choices. I'm not really sure what's the difference between these. Okay, no, okay, I know, it's the ammo, but they just... Whoa. They just don't update as quickly as they would in Wargame. In Wargame, they would update if you hover over it already. I'm just not used to that yet. So essentially, Rocket Pod MI8s. Definitely gonna try the big ones with the S80s, or S8s, I think S8s. I say 8S, right? Not 8 as an AIDS. Although, yeah. VP. Basically, 16 Cocon M's now. That is a big difference compared to Wargame. The VP in Wargame only has 4 of them and 40 S8s as well, I think. And we have this, which is essentially the same, but half the Cocon M's and a different gun. Then we have an very light. That is... Oh, S13s. Those are big ones. And then we have an Igla V with S80s. Now, this is interesting. I'm not really sure if it's worth to pay 360 chests to get 8 additional Cocons, and I don't think the gun makes a big difference. But the gun might actually be like quite busted. I haven't tested it yet, because that's why we only had the Yak B, right? Maybe I don't even need a Rocket Pod MI8 because I'm just gonna get this one with the big S13s. You only got 1, unfortunately, but I don't care. I'm just gonna take 2 of this. They also come with Cocon M, so that's nice. And 1 AA Igla. They all carry rocket pods, so that's nice. Not AA Igla, AA Hind. Planes wise, not much new. The 2 SU-22, the SU-22 and the MiG-23 MF. We don't have the MiG-25 anymore, but I think the rest seems to be the same. Let's take a look at the MF compared to the MLA. So you lose ECM, you're the same speed, everything else except about the movement, etc. is the same. Lose ECM. Let's get you down to train so I can compare this. Oh, this is veteran only, okay. And you trade the R23Rs for the R24Rs. And the R23 has less range and less accuracy. Also, I'm pretty sure accuracy and stabilizer should be the exact same on planes. And it seems like stabilizer doesn't get... Stabilizer doesn't, at least not on the unit card, affected by veterancy, which I don't know if it's intended or not. For 50 points, now if the MiG-23MF had better availability, I'd probably take this, but it doesn't, so I'm going to stick with this. I think 1 card is enough because AA is actually quite strong. Now what is this? 4 big bombs? Let's give this a try. Only 10% ECM, but we get 4 per card. Yes, please. And it's pretty cheap. I'm gonna see if I can spam the shit out of this. But yeah, the rest is the exact same. All the SN25s. I don't know how much they changed because they didn't give us a change log yet. So I'm not gonna try to pinpoint the changes that I've seen. All right, that's this deck. The 39th Guards, Strelki Division, Infantry, whatever it is. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.